It is official. This is the worst air quality ever recorded in the Twin Cities. That's according to the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. We have smoke from the northern wildfires, both in the Boundary Waters and up in Canada. It's been heavy in the metro since yesterday, and it's going to be another smoky one today. If you're headed outside, you do need to be prepared.
Our Barrett Leone is live on the WCCO rooftop with what these hazy skies mean for everyone. Barrett, good morning.
Good morning, AJ, Heather. Yeah, I mean, we have been heading inside in between hits, and it is really just kind of awful out here. There's no way to sugarcoat it. I feel like all of my senses are being impacted. My eyes, I can taste it, I can smell it. You can obviously see the haze behind me. And like you said, this is really terrible air quality, one of the worst that we've seen. And the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency says that the air right now is unhealthy for everyone. And if you do have to spend time outdoors, you might want to consider wearing one of these, an N95 mask. Now, of course, this haze, it's all stemming from wildfires up north. Now, I have an image to show you of just what 24 hours can do. This photo on the left, it was taken in Ely at 1 p.m. Tuesday. The photo on the right, taken from that very same spot, 1 p.m. Wednesday. Ely sits close to several of the firefights happening right now up north. There are at least 17 wildfires burning in the Boundary Waters and Superior National Forest, and that smoke has now made its way to the Twin Cities. The MPCA says everyone should avoid outdoor activity as much as possible today. A large chunk of the state is in that maroon or hazardous category. The worst air quality can rank, and that means that the air is unhealthy for everyone, not just vulnerable groups. Health experts say that the combination of extreme heat and poor air puts extra stress on the body and can worsen asthma or other heart and lung conditions.
And then on the other side with the air quality, so we see heat causing poor air quality. So heat will heat up some of the air pollution and create ozone. Those molecules are larger molecules, and they do enter into our lungs and irritate our lungs. So for folks who have asthma, COPD, things like that, that'll be really irritating to them.
So a couple things you can do to ease the impact of this poor air. Stay inside, run the AC or air purifier, keep windows closed, and overall just stay indoors if you can. That air quality alert here in Minnesota is in effect until Friday morning. Of course, it all depends on conditions up north, so we'll keep you posted if that's extended or not.
Well, you talk about the implications, Barrett, and we're already seeing this morning Target USA Cup. They actually already announced they're going to be delaying the tournament today.
That huge soccer tournament up in Blaine with those thousands of kids.
They're talking about they're going to delay it because of the air quality alert. So the impacts, we know they're still being felt all across.
They'll give us another update at 7:30 this morning.
And coming up in the next half hour, campers and guides saved from the Boundary Waters amid evacuation orders. We'll take a look at what it took to get them all to safety. Ramsey County leaders are now suing the Department of Homeland Security over what they say is a lack of cooperation.
They want more information about this arrest right here. This is in January of Chong Lee Scott Tao. He was among American citizen. He is among American citizen. Probably remember this video. This is when federal agents pulled Tao from his home while he was wearing just shorts and a blanket. Agents put him in a van, allegedly drove him around, interrogating him for more than an hour. And turns out this is all a case of mistaken identity.
What's really important is that we need to get to the truth, and the truth can't be found without some level of cooperation.
And that's led us to this situation where we do formally need to submit a formal lawsuit in accordance with the APA to get that information.
So Ramsey County investigators say that they formally requested that information from the feds months ago, but they haven't gotten any of it. DHS has not responded to our request for comment. Now, the same case also came up during a Senate confirmation hearing in Washington, D.C.
Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar asked the man up for leading the Justice Department, Todd Blanche, if he thinks it's acceptable for agents to enter a home without a warrant.
Yes, we very much believe in the constitutional protections afforded American citizens. The same protections are not afforded people who are here illegally. So it's not a black and white answer where I can say yes or no. But yes, I very much expect the law to be followed by our law enforcement agents.
Now, Todd Blanche, he faces an uphill climb in his effort to be confirmed as the Attorney General role permanently.
CBS News' Jared Hill tells us today a panel of outside witnesses will testify on his nomination.
If confirmed, I'm confident very confident that you'll continue to do that superb job.
Some praise for Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche as he vies for the job full-time. But President Trump's former personal attorney faced skepticism from Democrats.
Todd Blanche represents only one client, an awful client, Donald Trump.
And some Republicans.
I'm not going to make a decision until I have to.
Wednesday, senators grilled Blanche over his role in the creation of the much-criticized $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund, part of a settlement with the IRS over a leak of President Trump's tax returns. It would have allowed for taxpayer-funded payouts to go to people who claim they were targeted by the federal government, including pardoned January 6th defendants.
This is a problem. It should never be paid out.
There is no weaponization fund. The weaponization fund is dead.
Today, an Epstein survivor is on the witness list, one day after Blanche admitted to missteps in the DOJ's release of files related to the deceased convicted sex offender.
Any mistake that was made is not appropriate. And so, yes, I am sorry.
In another hearing, the president's pick for Director of National Intelligence, Jay Clayton, dodged questions on the 2020 election.
Who won the 2020 election?
I'm not going to do this with you.
Clayton said Joe Biden was certified as president, but wouldn't say who won. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
President Donald Trump is putting his weight behind a candidate for Minnesota's next governor.
The president giving what he calls his complete and total endorsement to MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. He did this yesterday, and the president calling the Republican one of America's greatest and most hard-working patriots. Lindell says this was all a huge surprise.
I think it's going to give people hope now in Minnesota that we have change. We have to have change.
Despite that endorsement, Lindell said he will not align with the president on every issue. We should also point out several candidates are vying for the Republican nomination. You see the front runners here, along with Mike Lindell, Lisa Damuth, and also businessman Kendall Qualls.
Now, House Speaker Damuth, who lobbied for the Trump endorsement, put out a statement saying, "I'm running to unite all corners of the party and deliver a victory in November up and down the ballot."
And Kendall Qualls, the GOP endorsed candidate, says, "I'm the only candidate that can beat a 20-year-old sitting U.S. Senator, not Lisa Damuth or Mike Lindell."
Meanwhile, Senator Amy Klobuchar, the leading candidate for governor, this is on the DFL side, she released a statement saying, quote, "Mike Lindell is Donald Trump's choice. I hope to be Minnesota's choice."
Early voting is underway for Minnesota's primary, which is on August 11th.